Pretty good. That sounded solid too. Nice swing.
That's the one you don't want, right? Do that all day, we'd be all right.
That was a great swing there. Yeah, one thing I've noticed is, when you start to come down and hit a little bit more ground, so you don't get afraid of the turf, really what we need to do is get your body in a position to where you can come down, hit the turf hard, but the divot's always going to be in the front. Right. That's kind of the key. So let's do the brick. It's really easy to set up. The brick, all you need to do, let's start out with a shallowing setting because you've been working on hitting a draw.
Right.
And that'll be great for that. So if I put, we got a middle iron, I just throw it in the 6-iron slot. You can see it says a shallowing setting on there.
Right.
Put it on the club that I'm hitting. I put this alignment rod toward the target that I'm hitting toward.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to set it up just outside my club. So today we're going toward those 3 palm trees. I'll just set it up there to where it's going right at the 3 palm trees. And then when I hit shots, I can hit shots anywhere here from the front of the stick and then start to work back. And then as I get close enough to where it might hit my hands, and I just scoot it back a few inches. And
okay, so you got a fair amount of latitude. Oops, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. What's that?
And if I hit it, will it break?
It could. We're not going to hit it though. Yeah, usually I start with it a couple ball widths inside.
Right.
That way you get used to, okay, I got a little bit of room here. I got a foot inside of it.
Right.
And then as I get better and better, and I'll kind of watch and see how far you are from the stick. And I'll give you some advice. Hey, go a little more to the inside, go this way, that way. But yeah, usually I'll start here a couple club head widths inside this alignment stick.
Got it.
And then as you get better and more comfortable with it, you can start to scoot a little closer.
Okay.
And get even more of a draw on there. All right, Ross, let's make a few swings here without a ball. This is the way I always recommend to start with it. Just get used to swinging under the stick, get comfortable with it. It'll get the feeling of a nice draw. And then we'll start to add the ball and get closer and closer to the alignment stick as we get going.
Okay.
Let's set up like you're gonna hit a ball, maybe like right there.
Okay.
And I'll just give you a few tips here. Yeah, so you'll notice.
Am I getting close to it?
Really, no, you're good, you're golden. So you'll notice the more you get inside and shallow it out, a lot of times people will start to get the divot more behind the ball. So when you're making these swings, feel like you go ahead and shallow it out. But I really want to feel like my weight gets to my lead side.
Right.
So I think sometimes when your weight gets to the lead side, I just don't want the head to go up there too. That's right. So if I feel like I can get my weight on my lead side, but I can keep my nose kind of behind the golf ball, then you're in a really good body alignment to hit it square. So let's try a few in kind of slow motion here.
Yep.
Go ahead and set up like you're going to make another practice swing. That looks good. And then come down to where it would be at impact, and then pause for me. So let's go ahead and pretend like we're going to hit one with the club face square there, and then feel like your weight is really on this lead side.
Right.
Now, I should feel almost all my weight here on that part of the foot, or even back here.
Right.
I don't want to ride up toward the toe though, or sometimes I'll kind of stand up out of my posture. You don't tend to have too much of that problem, but hit a few more and really focus on getting the divots up here in front of the ball when you're doing the same thing you just did. So you can just make a normal swing now and just kind of recreate that same impact. There you go. You can see your divot got nice and up front. That looked great there. Let's try one with the ball now. Get you a decent line here. Yeah, that's actually a good, so this is really common.
Okay.
When you get more shallow and more of that draw swing, it's going to flatten out or shallow out your divots too.
Right.
So don't be afraid. Now that you're in a good position, it's really easy to say, oh man, that was a bad swing. That was actually a really good swing. Just go ahead and thump the ground because you're not going to chunk it. As long as you get your weight to the left and you get shallowed out, you can feel like you hit a lot more ground and it's not going to chunk at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't be afraid of the turf. Go ahead and really thump it. There you go.
I had a nice little draw.
Yeah, that was a great draw there. And you could tell you probably felt like you could slam the ground but where your body position is more shallow into the inside,
Right.
it's just, it kind of levels everything out, you know?
Okay.
So if I'm over the top and steep at all, and I feel like I hit the ground, I'm going to bury it in the
Right.
turf.
Right. Right.
So that's really what you got to get comfortable with, is just realizing that I can go ahead and hit the turf, and it's not going to be a bad thing.
Am I keeping my head back reasonably?
That would look pretty good there.
Okay.
Yeah, you get your weight to the
I
left.
think that again, that's kind of been a problem.
Yeah, I find that when you put the stick there, it kind of makes you keep your head back because you know you need to swing inside of it. There you go. And that's a nice tight draw there too. And even there, you can go ahead and hit some more ground. Don't be scared of the turf at all. And watch one from back here. I'm out of frame. Nice.
That was definitely felt like the most solid
That was
Like-
crisp.
crush, like compressing the ball.
Yeah, because before what you were doing is you were getting in better positions, but where it was more shallow than what you're used to and the club was coming in more level with the ground, you're almost scared of the turf a little bit, and then you get a little bit on the thinner
Right.
side.
Right.
With your old swing, if I come down a little, my head gets in front, I get
Right.
a little steeper, I might hit this stick. Well, my club's already kind of slamming into the ground, so you feel like if I hit down at all, it's going to be a chunk or, bury the club.
Right. Right.
So for
right.
you, I think you're doing a great job shallowing out inside the stick. Now you just got to realize I can go ahead and hit the daggone turf. It doesn't matter.
It's cool. So I'm not coming anywhere near the stick.
No, you're 10 inches inside of it probably. Yeah,
Nice.
you're good. Yeah, great swing.